Hey guys, thanks for popping on. The best thing that you can do is invest in yourself because you never lose that. So I just want to congratulate you guys for doing that this morning. I'm excited to share what's on my heart today and what comes to me. Really, it's just a decision that you guys make, and then every day getting better. Every day doing better. And you know what? The basics usually don't change. When you want to win, you just do the basics over and over and over again, and success will come. So long as you keep doing it, you get better at it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. You guys also pay attention that people will come in advanced plus, people will come in at premium and or premier, and that will boost those checks even higher. I mean, even if you upgrade to advanced plus and you're thinking, wow, if I upgrade to advanced plus today, I now have 500 points towards my 1500, and then you end up getting just two advanced plus, you're already a two-star manager. So things can happen a lot quicker because we always want to focus on our first four of who we love. Um, what I did after conference, what I did specifically is, first of all, I made the decision to draw the line in the sand. I got involved with LifeWave. I don't know if anybody knows my story, but it's last June 2024, and I was sharing and I was sharing and I was sharing. But still, I had drawn the line in the sand after this conference. I've seen too much to know that my life will be changed if I just drew the line in the sand. And so as soon as I got back, I went straight to the printers the day after and I printed out everything that I needed. Like Danny said, you guys, we have to have it in front of us. I even printed out the 21-day fast start. I printed
Yeah.
out extra forms. Look at how many. I'm going to talk to a lot of people, so I probably printed out 30 pages of my follow-up. And then I already ran through all of my sign-ups sheets. Um, I printed out trackers for not just me, but other people that I bring on. I brought on other the manager sheets. I definitely printed out a few of those. So when I got somebody started, I could show them. I could put this in front of them and show them their goals and kind of break that down. Or I could put their name on it if I'm away from them and I'm talking to them over the phone. Um, One thing that I think is very key when we want to move fast is that we want to talk to a lot of people. And so that's the one thing that I did was I made a list. I decided that I was going to get uncomfortable. That meant having a party at my house. I tried to invite anybody that I could think of. Um, Man, and I invited and I invited and I invited, and I probably invited 100 people. Did 100 people show up? No. Did 50 people show up? No. But that's okay. Did 20 people show up? No. But I think there was 10 people, and it was the World Series night, game 6 or 7. So I was kind of competing with that. Uh, but what happened was is I had talked to all those people. So now I'm inviting them to something that they're curious to know. They want to come to the next one. They want to know what I was inviting them to. So you guys, it was just getting uncomfortable. I had one girl sign up that I talked to probably a year ago, one of my neighbors, and now she's already talking to so many people. I knew she'd be good. Um, she came signed up. But after that, the day after, I just started doing it all. It wasn't just one thing. I wrote the big list. I was calling people with urgency, excitement, telling them that I found something that they had to take a look at and that I could not explain it to them, but they had to jump on this call, they had to jump on this Zoom, and they had to learn more because it could have been something that they were praying for, just like it was for me and my family. And I was listening to Jim Rohn last night, and he was saying the law of averages. If you guys have YouTube, go and YouTube that, listen to that. It's like five minutes long. But I'll take somebody who doesn't have skill but has ambitious any day. Somebody that's ambitious with $1, we can make a difference here, you guys. Because somebody that's driven to go out and talk to a lot of people and learn to do it right, they're gonna win. So, money doesn't give you success, ambition, yes, ambition does. And so the law of averages is just talk to more people, right? So if you talk to 10, you get one. Well, there's ways to improve that. And, those ways might be in the beginning. Get with the person that brought you on. We are sponsoring you for a reason. Get with them. And if they can't move you fast enough, get with that person above them. And if they can't move you fast enough, get with the person above them. One of the first things that I ever did. Okay, so my person that brought me on was working 50-hour weeks, driving an hour to work and an hour home. She had a family, she had two other kids, she was barely trying to get everything done. I went to her sponsor that was working the business. And what I said is like, I got these people I want to share with. Did I know I want to do the business? No, but I wanted to share with some people. She said, okay, connect me to some. Here's a Zoom. Connect them on this women's Zoom. Connect them on this. Well, before my product even came in, I had made 2,800 or $2,485. But I did not know a thing, you guys. Nothing. I didn't know probably where even to put the patch. My patches hadn't arrived yet. So what I was doing was calling people up with excitement, sharing a story, telling them I cared about them and they needed to look at this. I'm you're one of the first people that I've called, and I got somebody. I remember exactly when I started putting people on Zooms, and I got her on the women's Zooms, and halfway through the Zoom, she's like, "I'm signing up for the biggest pack," and I was like, oh boy. Okay. Well, I don't know how to do that. So, I went to my sponsor and my sponsor helped me sign them up and I just brought the people. And at that point, that's all I wanted to do. So, you guys, at that point, might be all that you want to do is bring some people to the table and be the host at the restaurant. That's okay. Find the servers, find the manager. And and then you'll learn along the way if you want to do more. But if you just want to bring some people to the table to look at this is the great place for you. There's a place here for everybody and to grow along the way. So, anyways, that happened. And then I started doing three-way calls. I love three-way calls. I started that after conference too. You guys, I'll do a three-way call with my people's people, to get them their first win. You guys, that first win is very important. Yeah, we want four people, but ask them who's the number one that came to their mind. Who's the number one? And go talk to that person together because you see, if somebody runs out and they have a big list and they go talk to 100 or 200 people and they're just spewing things that they don't even know if it's truth, they're not using the tools. Well, what good is that? That's just, we got to slow down sometimes to go fast. Yeah, we got a big long list and we want to talk to them, but let's get the tools in front of these people. Let's get This Is It info. Let's get the Zooms. Let's get another person to share their story. I don't care if it's your friend Sally that her knee don't hurt anymore. That's fine. So I was, sometimes I'll gather whoever. I'm going to share This Is It info and I'm going to share a couple stories. And the next time I talk to them, I might say, hey, listen, you got to hear Beth's story. It's crazy what's happened for her. Let me see if I can grab her. I don't ask them if they want to talk to my friend. I just say, hey, I need you to hear this story. And then I call Beth or whoever and I say, hey, listen, can you share your story real quick on what's happened with these patches? We don't have a lot of time, so don't take up much time. That's another thing. Keep it short.
Hey,
Don't talk too much. You guys do not just text this out. If you're texting This Is It out to 100 people and you think that you're working, you're not. You're working for somebody else. Let me know where you went and texted those people because I'll go pick up the phone and talk to them. People want to hear from your gut, your heart, your soul. You can just over the phone, you don't have to say much. You don't have to say much. Just say with excitement. I didn't know what I was saying in the beginning. Yeah, and I was probably talking too much in the beginning. Now I know that. So talk less. Share what's happened for your friend. Tell them you're going to send them a testimony or if they can jump on this Zoom. Here's the I'm going to send you This Is It info. It's a website that's amazing. You got to watch the first 3 videos. Can you go and watch those right now? It's going to take less than 10 minutes and I can call you back and then I can answer your questions, maybe. And so basically, at that point, you might have a support team that you could throw on a three-way call, or you might know the next step with that person. Um, the thing that I send out is I'm excited for you to learn more about the X39. Take a look at This Is It info. Check out the first 3 videos that explain the techniques and science or the technology and science. As you scroll down the page, you will see X39 patents and info, highlights on the 80 clinical studies and more. Towards the bottom, the innovator himself explains the clinical studies in an in-depth section. It took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring this patch to market. The company's been around 21 years and there's nothing else like it on the market. The testimonies are from A to Z, and they're incredible. I would love to answer any questions you have and help you get started. Luke, the reason I do that is people need to be directed on what to do, even if you told them over the phone. Don't just send this is an info. Tell them how to navigate the site, what to look at. Exactly. Yeah, you guys, if you go and you know what? What happens when somebody goes and talks to 100 people and gets nobody? Or you do. You get discouraged. So get your list of 100. Yes, we got to talk to them with excitement and we got to move from the gut because this is exciting. We're not just over here um selling skincare or energy drinks or something you can get from the store. We're over here changing lives, okay? So this is serious stuff. And when fear comes in, if people say I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. Well, stop being selfish. That's why you're afraid. You're putting yourself in front of them and you're making it about you and what they're going to think of you. Hello, we're here to affect their lives. We're here to share something to bless them. And that right there changes everything. That right there changes everything. That mindset in your mind of it's all about them, not about me. What if their family members suffering and I have no idea? You see, that will move you from a heart posture and they will feel that. And it will never be selling. You see, we're not having to sell this. People are running towards us with this. So when you got that big list and you're ready to go, talk to your support team. Say, listen, will you help me with the first couple of them? Yeah, or just reach out to like 10 and see how that goes. The first 10, send a couple testimonies, say, listen, call them on the phone. Don't send it before you call them. Call them. If you don't get a hold of them, text them. Say, we need to talk as soon as possible. Even if you haven't talked to them in a while. What's going on? Luke, is everything okay? Yeah, but I got something important I need to share with you. Now they're gonna call you. Right. Okay, I'll call you in 5 minutes. Now they're excited. So, the urgency is important. Um, if there's no urgency, then people don't have an urgency to watch it. And quite frankly, this isn't hard to have an urgency for. We're changing lives, you guys. We're affecting people. My best friend shared her testimony on her Facebook page, and her husband said, no, wait, 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 don't share it yet. Don't share it yet. That saved a life that might not have been here because it saved a life that we all know the story of because they only had a few weeks to live. So, you guys, we can't wait. The urgency has to be now. The time is now. So print out your stuff, make your list, and track it. There's people on my Hawaii tracker that I know are gonna sign up that haven't ordered yet, but I put their name because I've ran through the thing and I'm counting on them signing up. So, claiming that is very important too.
Show
Okay,
them.
the main form I would say is probably the follow-up. You guys, you got to see everybody that you invited to a party, everybody that you've ever talked to already, everybody that you want to talk to. Um, man, that's I think most important. Secondly, is the tracker for the trip. These powers of two and the 21-day fast start, they need to be there too, because as you start signing people up, you'll put them in there.
Yes.
Mine was filled out, and I had signed up 9 people within like my first 5 days.
Yeah.
And at one core, one advanced plus, one core, one advanced plus, one advanced, one premier, one core. So, and this is just one page. So I was talking with urgency. They could feel a difference in my gut, in my core. I'll tell you one thing. If you're not talking to people, I think the most important thing you do is jump on a call that's going to fire you up or a call that's going to charge you. Because guess what? When this thing's not charged, we can't talk to people either. So we got to be charged. And so but then you go and do the motion. You go and talk to the people, and you put it about them. You do it scared. If you're afraid, you do it afraid because after a few of them, they're going to come back and thank you and you're going to feel good. But one thing that's most important is when you start talking to people and you start getting good results back, you start feeling better, right? Don't stop. Don't stop on 3 and wait till the next day. Go to 10. When you got some wins, when you got your first win, and say you signed up somebody, go call one of the ones that you were afraid to call. Because now your posture is high. Now your confidence is high. Now you feel good. And all of that goes away. So when I helped the other couple, get their trip to 6 in 6 days, I mapped it out. We were mapping out points, but also they were talking to a lot of people. They were sitting down having meetings with people. They were lining them up. They were calling people. It's not 10 a month. You know, if you want to go and lock that in by the end of the month, maybe it's 10 a day. And if you're not having results by the system that we're talking about here, then something needs to be maybe a little tweaked, and ask your support team a little bit above and they'll help you, because we want to get you a win. We want to get you that first win, that second win. And then once you get 3 or 4 wins, hey, this is cake. This is just repetition at this point.